Welcome to Peterson Field in Hartley for tonight's second round of the Iowa High School football playoffs. I'm Tim Holmes alongside producer Kyle Pingree, and tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by Fuller Digital Solutions. This is the Prins Insurance pregame show. Hartley Melvin Sanborn comes in at 6-2 on the season and advanced past the first round with a 62-0 win over MMCRU last week. Sophomore quarterback Cooper Ebel led the way with 150 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. Travis Camrat rushed for 137 yards on 15 carries and also added a TD. It's no surprise that the Hawks will try to establish the ground game tonight for success. Galen Catholic advanced past the first round with a 23-20 win over Alta Aurelia on the road last week. Derek Van Arb rushed in from 3 yards out for the game-winning score with just 96 seconds remaining. A scoreless first half turned into an entertaining second half that's seen 2 scores from Van Arb and a rushing touchdown for Zach Kraft. This is a rematch of a September 18th contest that's seen HMS prevail 22-7. We expect another close one tonight. Hawks Jays coming up next on Fuller Digital Solutions. And we're back here after the national anthem. Hawks Jays set for round 2 between these two as well. Round 2 of the high school football playoffs. Round 2 matchup between these two schools, both members of the Class A District 1, and 4 of the 6 teams advanced past last week's first round. This is a rematch from September 18th contest between the two played in Lamar's. It's seeing Galen Catholic lead 7-6 after 3 quarters, only to see HMS reel off 16 points in the final frame to win 22-7. In that contest, Cooper Ebel was 7-9, throwing for 90 yards and a touchdown. Really sparked the offense through the air when he normally does it on the ground. Ebel also led HMS with 94 yards rushing. Connor Dodd had 88 yards on 13 carries. He was the most effective rusher for the Hawks in that victory over the Jays a few weeks back. And mention here in that contest, Galen Catholic actually started a different quarterback. Ryan Livermore started at quarterback that night, whereas a change has been made by the Jays going forward. And the Jays now being led at the quarterback position by sophomore Connor Kraft, who will get the start tonight. It looks like HMS has won the toss and is elected to receive. Starting lineups for the Hawks on offense. Up front, the left tackle. Looks like, excuse me, the offensive line here. Starting at left tackle is number 57, Kevon Jacobsma. Jacobsma. At guard, left guard, Jesse Garcia. At center, Nick Bronstad. Cale Jacobsma at right guard, and Lance Behrens at the right tackle position. In the backfield for the Hawks, starting quarterback junior, or sophomore, excuse me, number 11, Cooper Ebel. Running back, fullback position is Travis Camrat. Connor Dodd and Dawson Skipoff in the slots, as well as Mason Brinkman and DJ Doyle split out. We are underway here in Hartley. It's Dodd, takes it to the 15, right up the middle. He's got some room. He makes his cut and takes it all the way out to their own 49-yard line, and HMS is going to have fantastic field position to start the night. The Galen Catholic defense starting up front for the Jays is number 61, a junior Evan Johnson. Nose tackles Evan Stieg and Easton Macklem. DN Tyrell Klein will man the right side. Linebackers Derek Van Arb in the middle. Mitchell Augustine and Connor Kraft on the outside. And here's Keaton Graves, who's going to start at the fullback position for HMS. And Graves, they fake it, and Ebel keeps it. He breaks the tackle. It's stripped. As it's on the ground, it looks like the Hawks have jumped back onto it. And Ebel, the first carry of the night. HMS puts it on the ground, but recovers it. And it's going to turn into, luckily, a 9-yard gain for Ebel. HMS puts it on the ground. The first play from scrimmage. Lucky to jump back on it there and avoid a disaster to start. Now in Galen territory at the Jays 42. Here's Graves with it. And he's going to pull ahead here for about, he's going to get about 3 for Graves on his first carry of the night. First down, Hawks at the Jays 38-yard line is where we'll mark it.
Experience as a starter does get the first down run, picked up 2 when they needed 1.
As we said, HMS was shut out in the first half. In the last meeting between these two, pretty good size up front for both sides of the ball. See if the Hawks can establish the line of scrimmage for that rushing attack. Ebel is going to give it to Keaton Graves again. He bulldozes ahead. Just tripped up, but he gets 8 up to the 30. And Keaton Graves. Yeah, we're going to give Graves 9 on that one. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1 at the Jays 30-yard line. Under center is Graves again, and he's going to get 3 this time, but it's going to result in the first down. And the Jays defense on their heels early on. As HMS started close to midfield, and after just a few plays inside the Jays 30. Here's Ebel under center, a QB sneak up the middle. There's a push. And the Jays inside there are going to make the tackle. Looked like it was like 72 Easton Macklem was in there. As a pile is created, but Ebel gets 5 on the keeper. And it's 2nd and 5 at the 22. And here's a give to Graves up the middle. He's got room up the middle. Lowers his shoulder, and he's going to be close to the end zone. And a big gain for the Hawks. A 22-yard gain down to the inch-yard line is Graves. Keaton Graves effective so far. 4 carries and 36 yards on this opening drive. First and goal, Hawks at the 1.
Did that a lot last week against the Royals at MCR. Like I said, it was really effective.
Give to Graves again off the right side. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawks. And Keaton Graves finishes off what he started on that opening drive. And HMS a 6-0 lead after just 3 minutes of action here in the first quarter.
Down to the 1. He gets the payoff.
Graves 5 carries for 37 yards and a touchdown on this opening drive for HMS. And the Hawks able to establish the run, and it pays off in the end zone. Here's the 2-point conversion for HMS. And Ebel, he pitches it out to Dodd, and a good tackle by the Jays. And it was Dylan Lehman who made the tackle. 2-point conversion is no good. But with 9:01 to go, first quarter, HMS on the board first with a 6-0 lead. We'll go to a commercial break. Be right back. You're watching Class A playoff action right here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
It's all about relationships. It's built on trust and getting to know our clients. We want to know about you.
We try to sell more than just a policy. In essence, we're selling ourselves, and in that regard, I feel we have a very good product.
You might say, well, everybody has people, but we have people. And we have people who love their jobs and are passionate about what they do.
The producer or the accounting department or the receptionist at the desk, they want to see that customer taken care of.
6-0 HMS leads after the opening drive touchdown and a 1-yard scamper from Keaton Graves. The 2-point conversion is no good. HMS a 6-0 lead as DJ Doyle sets to kick off. And here's the Bonderson on the return. He goes out to the left. He's got some room. His containment's lost. And Bonderson takes it all the way down to the Jays 47. Just like HMS, Galen comes out and will have good field position for their first drive as well. Galen will start at throwing 47 for their first possession of the night. Good return from Keaton Bonderson, the sophomore. Here's Connor Kraft at quarterback, just a sophomore for the Jays. And he's going to give it. And it's Von Arb on the carry, but tackled up front. And it was number 70, Lance Barons, on the tackle for the Hawks. A 2-yard gain for Von Arb. And now, there's a give to the fullback up the middle. And we'll take that across midfield into HMS territory. Just shy of the Hawks' 45-yard line. The carry there for the Jays is Von Arb again out of that fullback position. And another 5 yards from Derek. Now, out of the shotgun formation is Galen Catholic with some tempo. And a QB draw. And tried to go on the Wildcat. And it was Lehman at the quarterback position who took it on a sweep, and HMS able to stop it at the line of scrimmage, and no gain there. And it's going to bring up 4th and a long 2 for the Jays on their first drive. We'll see what Galen Catholic chooses to do. 4th and a long 2. The Jays are going to go for it. An aggressive move here on the first drive of the night. And a rollout. Kraft looks. He's going to throw. And it is incomplete. This is broken up. Great defensive play from Noah Adams. Pass was intended for Bonderson, the leading receiver for this Galen Catholic squad. A big 4th down stop from HMS and great coverage on that play by Noah Adams. Adams, the senior, comes up big, and HMS will take over.
Good series there for Coach Steve Waxer's defense as the Hawks take back over for the
And HMS now with a 6-0 lead. 7:21 to go first quarter. It will start their second drive at their own 45. Ebel's going to plow ahead, and he's going to cross midfield. Gets about 6 on that first down play. So far, HMS getting a good push up front. Really able to establish the run game, which obviously is their strength.
The second round of 6 rounds of playoff football this year.
So second down.
Here's Ebel under center on 2nd and 4. And we have flags down on the field. And it looks like a false start penalty on HMS. So a 2nd and 4 will turn into a 2nd and 9. First penalty of the night on either squad. One thing with HMS last week, they started out the first quarter against MMCRU with some penalties and a couple of turnovers as well. Got off to a bit of a slow start. Can't say the same tonight, but hopefully the previous penalty doesn't become a habit for the Hawks. 2nd and 4 turns into 2nd and 9.
The Hawks 5, second down and 9.
And here's a give up the middle to Graves, and there's a good play in the middle. And the Jays, great job defensively inside. Looked like it was maybe, trying to see who was on the tackle there. It looked like it was number 65, Tyrell Klein, the senior defensive tackle. A great play. Plug in the middle, and now 3rd and long for HMS.
Bigger play implications.
3rd down, and here's a pitch outside to Dodd. He's got outside, he's got room across the 50, and he's knocked out of bounds at the Galen Catholic 40-yard line, and a 14-yard gain on 3rd and 9. And Connor Dodd has his first carry of the night outside of the conversion attempt. 14 yards for Dodd, and a first down HMS at the Galen Catholic 39. Connor seems to be the home run hitter for the HMS squad this year. Had the most success on the ground against Galen Catholic in the first meeting. He averaged almost 7 yards a carry against Galen Catholic the first time out. And here's Ebel following. He breaks a tackle, and he keeps it on the option. Now Cooper Ebel is going to take that for 15 yards all the way to the 25. And first and 10 Hawks at the Galen Catholic 25-yard line. Ebel, a lot of success breaking the first tackle here in the early going, getting more yards after contact. HMS, a 6-point lead, looking for more. Here's Ebel, keeps it again as he goes forward. He's still driving his legs. Finally brought down, but he's going to gain 9 more. Another great run from Ebel. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1 at the J16.
Same principle.
Second and 1 after that gain of 9 by Ebel.
Here's HMS, 2nd and 1 at the Galen Catholic 16, looking to get in the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. And here's a QB sneak up the middle from Ebel, and he's going to get all the way to about the 12-yard line and a 4-yard gain for Ebel. He'll get 1st and 10 at the 12. Galen Catholic's got to do a better job defensively up front. Stieg, Macklem, Klein, and Johnson got to do a better job of creating piles against this triple option attack. We'll call it that. Here's Ebel. He's going to give it to Graves up the middle, and he spins forward. Gets to about the 9-yard line, a 3-yard gain for Keaton. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7, just inside the 9-yard line. 3:45 to go here in the first quarter.
Officially a gain of 4 for Graves, 2nd down and 6. Galen Catholic 9.
A couple of receivers split out to the left for HMS. And here's a keeper from Ebel. And there's the Galen Catholic defense. Did a great job of stuffing him, and it's led. Looks like Tyrell Klein again got in there, and Klein leading that defensive front in the early going.
there, the nose tackle. I think Evans
Klein, the 6'1", 270-pound senior.
followed that hole up quickly.
Did a great job of stuffing the middle for the Jays.
He crashed in hard and kind of pinched down.
HMS now with a third
The receiver to the right.
and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Left skip off right. Graves behind Evil.
And here's
And they fake it to
Ebel's
Graves.
going to pitch it out the door. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to be tackled short now of the first down. There is a flag down at first contact. We'll see what maybe looks like it's against HMS.
Quite a bit thus far and got a nice run, but it's a flag. This one might be
And now a decision needs to be made by the Jays. And they're going to call a holding penalty on HMS. So rather than a 4th and 3 at about the 5-yard line, 4th and 3 from the 6, they're going to back them up to make it 3rd and looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 17, 3rd and 18 back at about the 20-yard line. And now here's the pitch to Dodd, and it's fumbled back, and Dodd able to just corral it in to avoid yet another disaster. For the second time tonight, HMS has put the ball on the ground, but fortunate enough to recover it. This is going to result in a loss of about 7 back to the 27-yard line. We'll go in the stat categories. A 7-yard loss for Dodd on a rush, but now a 4th. It's going to be 4th and 25 from the 27. And here's going to be a swing out, and it's Brinkman on the catch, and he's going to be tackled right away, and Galen Catholic's defense comes up big. So it looked promising for HMS on that drive. The Gehlen defense stiffens up and gets a stop. And the Jays will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. 1:44 to go, opening quarter. HMS a 6-0 lead in the opening frame. And here's a give to Van Arb. And he pushes the pile. The officials will finally blow the play dead, but Van Arb crosses the 25 to the 26, and he gets 4 yards on first down. And the Galen offense went 3 and out on their first possession. And here's a give right up the middle. And going forward, now the ball's loose, and the Hawks are on it. It looks like the recovery is from Ebel. And the give was to Van Arb, and he was in a bunch of traffic in the middle, and all of a sudden the ball pops loose, and HMS is on it. And the first turnover of the night is from the Jays. HMS will have it 1st and 10 at the Galen Catholic 34-yard line with 1:11 to go here in the first quarter. Van Arb had about 5 yards on that carry before losing it. And now HMS, here's the Ebel, fakes it, he keeps it, breaks a couple tackles, and all the way inside the 20-yard line, down to about the 18-yard line. And a 16-yard gain for Ebel on first down. Ebel 64 yards on the ground already here in the first quarter.
He's not only fast, he's a tough runner.
1st and 10 at the J17. Ebel keeps it, goes right up the middle, and he'll plow ahead down to about the 10-yard line. And 7 more for Ebel. And right now, had so much success just going forward. If you're HMS, they continue to run it well between the tackles. And here's HMS. Ebel's going to run the exact same play. Falls forward. He's close to a first. just shy of the 5. We'll give him the 6. But a 4-yard gain is another first down for Ebel. And that should do it for the first quarter play, and it will. After one, HMS a 6-0 lead over Galen Catholic. We'll start the second quarter with HMS having a first and goal at the 5-yard line. We're going to head to a commercial break. We'll be right back with more high school football action, Iowa High School playoff football action right here on Fuller Digital Solutions. We'll be right back.
What does EverTech mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and you know, best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price, and it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get EverTech's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
And we're back here at Peterson Field in Hartley. After one, or the start of the second quarter, I should say, HMS a 6-0 lead over Galen Catholic. Tonight's corporate sponsor is Prins Insurance. With locations in Sanborn and Sheldon, Prins Insurance strives to provide a consistent and stable market with competitive insurance products to meet the needs of our clients. Call Prins Insurance today for a quote. And a special thanks to a few other sponsors for making tonight's streaming possible. EverTech, Savings Bank of Hartley, Elgersma Agency, Sanborn Savings Bank, TCA, and Northwest Iowa Community College. Each team with the turnover, well, Galen Catholic with the turnover at their own 33-yard line, and HMS looking to cash in on it. Already leading 6-0. We'll have first and goal at the 5 to start the second quarter of play. So far, leading the ground game for HMS is Cooper Ebel, 9 carries for 75 yards in that opening quarter. Keaton Graves, 7 carries for 40 yards. No passes have been attempted so far for HMS. I take that back. They did have one from Ebel. And it was caught by Brinkman, I believe, for just 3.
They're moving a line that goes 215, 290, 250, and 6'4", 205 across. And they are having no problem.
The Jays led in the ground game by Derek Van Arb, 4 carries, 16 yards, but the Jays mostly been on defense in that first quarter, losing the time of possession battle by a wide margin. Here's first and goal at the 5 for HMS. Ebel pushes ahead, and he's still pushing. He'll be down all the way down to the 1-yard line. And Ebel starts the second quarter as he finished the first. Another 4-yard gain down to the 1.
Inside the 1-yard line, picked up 4 and just about into the end zone.
HMS knocking on the door here again.
I'm going to guess that number 11,
second and goal from the half-yard line, it looks like.
No Adams split wide to the right. DJ Doyle to the left. And now
here's a QB sneak ahead, and Ebel's in the end zone for a touchdown. And Ebel with his first touchdown of the night. And HMS leads 12-0 with 11:23 to go here in the second quarter. That touchdown coming off the Derek Van Arb fumble. The Galen turnover, first turnover. The Hawks able to turn it into points tonight. Here's the 2-point conversion. Give right up the middle to Graves, and he's in for 2. And with 11:23 to go with second quarter, HMS a 14-0 lead. We'll be right back after this commercial break. You're watching Hawks football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Fuller Digital Solutions started a little over 6 years ago doing Facebook Live videos for a couple ball games. And little did we know we'd have the 2020 pandemic and so many reasons for doing live streams on our new YouTube channel. We have 12 schools we cover: Mississippi, South Dakota, and Iowa, and we're always growing. If you're interested in working with FDS as camera operator or play-by-play for the many sports we cover, or if you would like to use our services to live stream your event, email us at fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com and subscribe to Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube.
And we're back here in Hartley, second round Class A action. It's a rematch from back in September, and HMS won that one 22-7. Lead tonight 14-0. DJ Doyle set to kick off for the Hawks. And Dylan Lehman back deep to return in an onside kick attempt. And the Jays, a good job by Galen Catholic of being on their toes. And for the Jays, it was Mitchell Augustine who jumped on it. HMS tries to throw a not necessarily a trick play, but trying to catch the Jays napping, and Augustine able to jump on it. And now Galen Catholic will start at their own 45-yard line. The Jays good field position yet again. And here's the Jays now with Kraft at quarterback. And he's going to keep it. Goes in the middle. Not much there. Kraft is going to get a yard, maybe, but Gabe Bronstedt in there. Lance Barron's also in on that play, and Cale Jacobs. All three of the defensive linemen for the Hawks able to make the play. And Kraft just a yard on his first carry of the night. Jacobs 6'5", 225. Bronstedt 6'1", 340. And Barron 6'3", 217. A lot of size for HMS up front. Here's Kraft. He's going to throw it, and it's incomplete. And coverage there again from Noah Adams, but we're going to have a flag on the field. There's definitely some contact before the ball got there, and we'll have a defensive pass interference on Noah Adams. And be a spot foul. Nope, they're going to, never mind, 15 yards regardless on that penalty. So HMS could say 15-yard pass interference penalty, and the Jays will have 1st and 10 at the HMS 40-yard line. The Jays can light it up in a hurry, too, if you're not careful, especially through the air. Bonderson is a threat from all over the field. Here's a give, and it's Lehman. It's Lehman on the carry. He's going to get about 4-yard gain for Dylan Lehman. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Jays. They got something cooking in the second quarter.
That was the biggest hole that, Galen Catholic
14-0 Hawks lead it. He's going to spread the offense here. Double slots and double wideouts.
2 wide receivers on each side, and they're going to give it right up the middle to Lehman, or Von Arb again. He breaks a couple tackles, and a 10-yard gain for Von Arb down to the 25. And the Jays are in business. Just right at the 25-yard line for Galen Catholic, a 10-yard gain for Von Arb. Derek going to play with a little extra chip on his shoulder after losing the ball in the last possession. Jay's looking to respond. In the power eye, wide receiver split out each way. And here's Von Arb. That closes up quickly as he goes between the tackle and the guard. He's going to give him a yard and a half. Keaton Graves on the tackle for HMS. Second and 9 for the Jays at the HMS 24. Galen Catholic does such a good job of switching their formations up, trying to throw different things at you and use their athleticism across the field. And here's Lehman going out of the shotgun. He'll take the direct snap. He goes ahead, forward. Jacobs pulling him back with a, looks like Barron's also in there. And what a gain of 3 for Lehman.
Ball on the 20-yard line. They're looking at 3 for Lehman. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 now for the Jays at the HMS 21. It's possibly 4-down territory for Galen Catholic. They're maybe looking to get about half of this. And big package here from the Jays, looking to run in a play action. Good job of staying home. And Kraft is going to go down. He's sacked on a play action attempt. It was Keaton Graves who got him. Graves did a good job staying home, and he's going to get the sack all the way back to the 30, about the 32-yard line. And a big loss on that play, which looked like 4-down territory. See if the Jays go for it here as they look to the sidelines. They keep the offense on the field. And they will. Now 4th and 16. And now they're going to go to Bonderson, and it's incomplete. Knocked away from Noah Adams. And Adams' second pass, he's broken up on 4th down as they go to Bonderson again. And it's incomplete. HMS will take over at their own 32-yard line. Kraft just a little behind Bonderson on that deep post route. The Jays really were in business there. A huge defensive play by Keaton Graves causing that sack and a long 4th down that the Jays were unable to convert. The Hawks now 1st and 10 at their own 32. And here's Ebel, keeps it, makes a cut, and finally tripped up. Looks like it's Augustine on the tackle, but Ebel all the way up to the 40, and an 8-yard gain for Cooper.
2nd down and 2. HMS does have all their timeouts. Still lots of time, of course, here in the 2nd quarter, but Hawks leading by 2 touchdowns. Lots of time to score.
It's 2nd and 2 at their own 40, and we're going to have a timeout on the field by HMS. I think Coach Tyler Horkey is going to take it. We're going to take it with them here. 7:15 to go with 2nd quarter. HMS a 14-0 lead over Galen Catholic. We'll be right back on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Prins is all about relationships. It's built on trust and getting to know our clients. We want to know about you.
We try to sell more than just a policy. In essence, we're selling ourselves, and in that regard, I feel we have a very good product.
You might say, well, everybody has people, but we have people. And we have people who love their jobs and are passionate about what they do.
The producer or the accounting department or the receptionist at the desk, they want to see that customer taken care of.
Good luck to the HMS athletes from the HMS Athletic Boosters. Our mission, to support all Hawk athletes in cross country, football, volleyball, swimming, bowling, basketball, wrestling, cheerleading, track, softball, baseball, and golf. If you're interested in joining the HMS Booster Club, contact one of our members. Good luck to the Hawks tonight from the HMS Booster Club. Go Hawks!
46-20.
HMS has it 2nd and 2 at their own 40-yard line. 7:15 to go in the 2nd quarter. And the Hawks lead 14-0. Sophomore Cooper Ebel under center. Keaton Graves behind him. And the wing is Connor Dodd. And here's a QB sneak, and Ebel's going to get about 6, going straight up ahead. And Ebel now up to 94 yards rushing on 13 attempts here in the first half already. Really taking advantage of his offensive line and their size up front. And the Hawks continue to have success running between the tackles. Noah Adams split out to the right. DJ Doyle to the left. And here's a fake pitch, and now Ebel's going to break a couple tackles, and he's just tripped up before he can break it all the way inside the 30 down to the 29. And Ebel gets 25, and that'll put him over the century mark. And a big gain there for Cooper Ebel. And a timeout now for the Jays is the defense of Galen Catholic on their heels. Timeout from Coach Jeremy Schindler. We'll take it with them here. We'll be right back after this commercial break. You're watching Iowa High School football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
My name is Scott, and this is my story. I've always been into cars, so I enrolled in the automotive program at NCC. The instructors there are very supportive and knowledgeable. And now I own my own repair shop, and it all started at NCC.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial program. I currently work at Transnova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible from my degree through NCC.
He did start last year.
HMS a 14-0 lead over Galen Catholic here in the middle of the second quarter. 6:37 to go in the first half. Tonight's corporate sponsor is Prins Insurance, with locations in Sanborn and Sheldon. Prins Insurance strives to provide a consistent and stable market with competitive insurance products to meet the needs of our clients. Call Prins Insurance today for a quote. These two schools have been in the same district for each of the past 3 years, and HMS has owned the series, but very close contest. Back in 18, HMS won 44-26. Last year, winning 16-8 against Galen Catholic, and then earlier this year, the 22-7 contest. Historically, the Hawks 6-1 against Galen Catholic, looking to continue that dominance, leading 14-0 tonight. HMS, coached by Tyler Horkey, come in at 6-2 on the year. The Jays, coached by Jeremy Schindler, just 3-4 in the season, but a great win last week on the road at Alta kept their season alive. Derek Van Arb had a touchdown run with 96 seconds to go to give the Jays a 23-20 win. 6:37 to go in the first half, and HMS has it 1st and 10 at the 29. Here's Graves. He'll get to the 25, and Derek Van Arb there to pull him back on the tackle. Graves to the 26 will give him 3 yards, and it's 2nd and 7 for HMS.
Nearing the midway point of the second quarter,
quick dives and those big hitters right up the middle now.
Time they didn't score, and they have the safety linebacker hybrid, but they've been playing him.
Here's Ebel under center, and he's going to give it to Graves again. He goes off the left side. He's going to be tackled. It's Lehman on the tackle, but he gets 5 down to the 21. Another sizable gain for Graves. At about 3rd and 2. Call it 3rd and 2 for HMS. Galen Catholic defense looking to step up and make a big stop.
Diagram something defensively to slow down this flex going offense of the Hawks. They've shown a lot of different looks in the way they've gone about their business tonight. Now they're in the straight flex going extra offensive lineman.
Here's the give to Graves again, and he's close. I think he needed 2, and he got 3. So Keaton Graves, a 3-yard gain and a first down inside the red zone. HMS 1st and 10. Had to be at the 18-yard line. At the 18-yard line of Galen Catholic. And a very methodical drive so far for HMS, controlling the game on the ground, just as they want to do.
Defensively here,
And it gets harder to tackle somebody when you got a lineman.
A heavy set to the left for the Hawks. Here's a keep from Ebel. He fakes the pitch, goes right up the middle, and he's stopped there. Good job defensively from Galen Catholic. And Van Arb was in there again from that linebacker spot. And just a yard for Ebel on that run.
Second down and a short 9.
Yeah, they're really crashing it down from outside, trying to limit any kind of outside runs, and pitching it down, not giving many lanes to run through up the middle, and
Galen Catholic
locked onto the fullback like that.
looking to get a big defensive stop. So far, HMS has only stopped themselves, it seems like. And here's Dodd, a pitch to the left, and there's a big play from the Jays. Dylan Lehman with a huge tackle for loss for the Jays. And Dodd is going to be knocked back for a loss of about, looks like about a 6 or 7 yard loss for Dodd. And it's going to bring up, looks like about a 3rd and 15 back to the 28 yard line. And so far, the Jays have been very good on the outside on those pitch plays to Connor Dodd. And here's a reverse and the throw from DJ Doyle now, and it's going to be, they're going to give the interception. And it looks like it's intercepted by the Jays. You hear Venegas is going to get his hands on it for the interception of DJ Doyle on the reverse throw. And the Jays will take over at their own 5 yard line. What a big play for the Jays defense. HMS tries to dig into the bag of tricks, and the intended receiver wasn't paying attention. Venegas turned around, found the ball, and was able to lay out to make the interception. Here's Galen Catholic now. 1st and 10 at their own 5. Lehman is stopped right at the line of scrimmage by a handful of Hawks. Lance Barron's in there, as is Connor Dodd. Bring up 2nd and 10 for Galen Catholic. This Jays offense needs to get something going to get themselves back in this ball game after that defensive stop.
They're not going to make the play, and he's making the play.
Just like he has done all year.
There's Bonderson to the left. Here's a give up the middle again for the Jays. Not much there. Maybe a yard is all on that carry for Van Arb. I'm going to give him a couple, and it'll be 3rd and 8 for Galen Catholic here. 2:30 to go in the first half. Jays do not want to turn around and punt this thing after 3 plays. Getting the 1 stop, they don't want to have to do it again. Big play on 3rd and 8, and they are just going to run it forward. A cutback from Lehman. He breaks a couple tackles, falls forward for a 1st down. What a run from Dylan Lehman. Didn't look like much there, but he made a cutback. Broke a couple tackles and gets the 1st down. All the way out to about the 17 yard line for Lehman. A 10 yard gain in his longest carry of the night. And if Galen Catholic can run this thing down to the half, they might just do it. And here's going to be a rollout from Kraft. And he's going to throw it. He's got a wide open man. It's caught. He's wide open on the wheel route. Across the 30, the 20. And it's a foot race to the end zone. Touchdown, Jays. And it looks like on the reception is Ryan Livermore, the tight end. Holy cow, Livermore snuck out on that play action and was wide open on the wheel route down the sideline. Even more impressive was the one-handed grab to pull it in. He was wide open, able to reel it in, and rumbles and stumbles 84 yards to the end zone. Touchdown, Jays. And they are right back in this ball game. 95 seconds to go until the half. Holy cow, what a play. To Livermore. Now Livermore the extra point. And the extra point is blocked. And HMS gets the block on the extra point to keep an 8-point lead. It's 14-6. HMS still in the lead here with 95 seconds to go until the half. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back for the ending here of the first half. You're watching high school football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Sanborn Savings Bank, Sanborn's hometown bank since 1899. Because we are your hometown bank, we understand the importance of offering you a wide range of financial services to help you meet your financial goals. We have checking, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts that will help you manage your money. We offer all types of loans for your individual needs. We are always ready to work with you to design a program to meet your financial needs. Sanborn Savings Bank, proud to support the HMS Hawks, member FDIC.
And back to Peterson Field here in Hartley. HMS a 14-6 lead over Galen Catholic with 1:35 to go here in the first half. The Jays have first a defensive turnover at the 5-yard line, and then with under 2 minutes to go, they're able to convert a 3rd and 8 on a 10-yard rush by Lehman. The very next play, the play action wide open, was Ryan Livermore, who goes 84 yards to the house. And the Jays are on the board. And it's Kraft now to kick off for the Jays. And it's a short kick. And it hits the ground, and HMS able to jump on it at about the 32-yard line as HMS players looked at each other, and finally it looks like it was number 13 Dawson Skipoff who jumped on it for HMS. So HMS now with 1:35 to go, see if they try to do anything. That was Kraft's first completed pass of the night. It goes 84 yards to Livermore. Holy cow. Jay's right back in this one with a big play. Here's the Hawks, and they give it up the middle to Graves. And now as Van Arb and Lehman come in to clean him up. You get about 3 yards for Graves. And first contact made by number 65, Tyrell Klein, for Galen Catholic.
No, it's... Oh, it is. Yes, HMS got it first. So you're right.
Not sure, I mean...
And HMS now in the huddle, content with letting the clock run down. Here's is down to 105.
Clock running, minute left. Second down and under center.
Here's Ebel. He's going to drop back to throw. Now he rolls to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets around Van Arb, crosses the 50, and steps out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. And a 16-yard gain there from Ebel.
As now HMS is into Galen Catholic territory, but
And Ebel, an unorthodox 16-yard run for him. Usually it's out of the option formation. That time he just tucks it and goes. And he's in to Galen Catholic territory at the 49 with 52 seconds to go in the first half. Adams split out to the left. Brinkman to the right. Now here goes Ebel. He's going to run to the left. Makes a cut. He makes another cut. He's going across field, and he's going to be drugged down. And the tackle made for the Jays. It's Bonderson who makes the tackle at the 33. And 16 more yards for Ebel. And flags down at the end of the play as well. And I think we're going to have a face mask on that tackle by Bonderson. And it will, and that's going to be another 15 yards onto it. And just like that, HMS goes from the 49 all the way down to about the 18-yard line in a lopsided first 22 minutes of this first half. The last 2 minutes has really gotten entertaining as both teams have come up with some big plays. HMS now, the clock has started, and down to 35 seconds is HMS in the huddle, and now Coach Horkey's going to call a timeout for HMS. 33 seconds to go in the first half. HMS a 14-6 lead. The Hawks have it 1st and 10 at the Jays. 18-yard line when we return. We'll be right back after this.
This is all about relationships. It's built on trust and getting to know our clients. We want to know about you.
We try to sell more than just a policy. In essence, we're selling ourselves, and in that regard, I feel we have a very good product.
You might say, well, everybody has people, but we have people. And we have people who love their jobs and are passionate about what they do.
The producer or the accounting department or the receptionist at the desk, they want to see that customer taken care of.
And we're back here at Hartley. Peterson Field and HMS, a 14-6 advantage with just 33 seconds to go here in the first half. And HMS inside the Galen Catholic red zone at the 18-yard line. We've had some fireworks here in the last 2 minutes of this one as the Jays got a red zone stop defensively the last go around and turned it into an 84-yard touchdown pass to get back into this. Now HMS trying to respond before the break, and now come out of the huddle, and there's a, I don't know if everybody was set. They throw it quickly out there to Connor Dodd, and Dodd's going to get about 6, and we had a flag down at the beginning of the play on the snap. I'm not sure if HMS had all their players set out of that quick snap, and now another flag down behind the play from the head official. Let's see what we have here. There's got to be an illegal motion on HMS, I'm assuming. Not sure what the second flag is, though. 27 seconds on the clock.
Illegal formation on HMS, not enough men on the line of scrimmage.
Here's the call. It's a legal motion on HMS, and that may be the only flag is just thrown late by the head official. And they came out of that huddle awfully quickly in a different formation. And I think it should have been a dead ball penalty, so they're going to put, it ran down to 27 seconds, they're going to run it back to 33 seconds now. And it's going to be a 5-yard penalty that'll back it up to the 23-yard line. It'll bring up 1st and 15. I believe HMS has 1 timeout remaining. DJ Doyle split out to the right. Dodd in the swing to the right. And here's going to be a keeper by Ebel. And he's going to pitch it late. And it's bobbled and then caught by Skip-Off. He makes the guy miss. And he's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. And it's going to be a 9-yard gain from Dawson Skip-Off. First carry of the night officially from Skip-Off for 9 yards. And we have a flag down on the play. Could not see it on the close side of the field to us. And it's going to be a holding penalty. It's going to back HMS up again. And that spot foul will move it all the way back to about the 28-yard line. So Skip-Off's first run of the night, first carry of the night is erased. And now it's turned into about a 1st and 20. Still 26 seconds to go here. HMS a timeout. Just have it 1st and 20 at the Jays 28. There's Ebel. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to step up. He throws it to Doyle. And it is incomplete. Intended for Doyle. A good play defensively by Yahir Venegas. Venegas had the interception on the last. Venegas had the interception on the previous defensive possession for the Jays. Good coverage there as he knocks that one away in the end zone, despite giving up a little size to Doyle.
Second down and 20.
Second and 20 here, 20 seconds to go. And here's Ebel. He's going to take off with it now, and Van Arb is going to chase him out of bounds at about the 19-yard line.
It'll be 3rd down and 11.
What a 9-yard gain there for Ebel. Brings out 3rd and 11 at the 19-yard line. 16 seconds to go. And this just has the makings of who could take some momentum into the locker room, whether a big stop for the Jays defensively or if HMS can get some points out of this and take a 2-possession lead this will gain momentum one way or the other. Here's Ebel. He's going to drop back to pass. He looks right, and he's going to hit his guy, and it looks like it's Adams on the catch. And he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. And a 12-yard gain from Ebel to Adams.
Makes the catch at about the 7-yard line.
12-yard gain to Adams. It's first and goal. That'll give him 11 yards down to the 7-yard line.
First down and goal from the 7 now.
First and goal at the 7, 12 seconds to go. And here come the Hawks to the line of scrimmage. Ebel's going to go right ahead, and they're pushing the pile. He's at the 5, and the Jays are going to push him back. And the Jays do a good job defensively. Leading the charge there was number 50 for the Jays, Mitchell Augustine, the junior. Able to stand up Ebel after a 2-yard gain. It's going to be second and goal at the 5 with 6 seconds to go as HMS uses their final timeout. We'll take it with them here, and we'll be right back for the last play or two of the first half. You're watching football here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial program. I currently work at Transnova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible for my degree through NCC.
My name is Jairus, and this is my story. I went to NCC for instrumentation and control. Currently, I work at Interstates Control Systems and love what I do every day. I'm the lead project estimator for industrial control systems. I got this job at Interstates because of my degree from NCC.
We'll see 6.1 seconds.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line. Just 6 seconds left to go before halftime, and HMS down to their final play or two. Situational for HMS, who doesn't usually kick field goals or extra points. We're going for all or nothing here. Anything stopped short of the end zone will let the clock run out. Here's Ebel under center. Adams to the left, and they're going to QB sneak it from the 5-yard. They're going to push. They're trying to push, and he is going to get in from 5 yards out. Ebel follows that big offensive line, and he gets into the end zone with 1 second left. A huge touchdown run from 5 yards out for Ebel.
21 carries in the first half, 168 yards.
And Cooper Ebel, 21 carries, 168 yards, and a couple of touchdowns in the first half. And HMS a 20-6 lead. Now the 2-point conversion attempt coming.
It's been the most effective play they've run tonight.
And they may try to use that size of the line again. They give it to Graves, and we got flags down. And they're going to have to redo this. It looks like a false start penalty on HMS. And it is. Wow, what a play from HMS. Knowing they can't be short of the goal line. Go with the QB sneak from 5 yards away and able to get it in, following that big offensive line. Right now, they're just getting too much of a push up front against the Galen defensive front, and able to plunge in from 5 yards out. Here's the 2-point conversion attempt now from the 8-yard line. And we're going to have a dead stopped again with another flag. I was going to say, Ebel's rolling out to the right. And Klein was giving chase. He was ready to tackle him, but play blown dead, and they're going to move back 5 more yards. So they're back to about the 13-yard line now on this 2-point attempt.
Good at kicking off when they do decide to kick it deep.
Play DJ Doyle.
Ebel with good hands and handles the ball. I'm sure can be a good holder, but
the last 2 minutes of this first half have turned into some exciting plays and situations. And now here the 2-point conversion. Ebel keeps it going right up the middle. Contact at the 5, but he's tackled at the 1, just short from Ebel on that attempt. It's no good, but HMS a 20-6 lead with just 1 second to go here in the first half. We'll keep it here before this kickoff. We will have scores from around the area here in our halftime show. as well as some complete review, recap of the first half, and some statistics from this one.
Next week, if HMS holds on and this score holds to win this game, we'll have Hawks football for you next week as well. It'll depend on who they play.
HMS, a 2-touchdown lead, most likely to take that into the half with just 1 second left as the kickoff is coming.
HMS plays their old rival South O'Brien. If that's the case, the game would be in Paulina if the Wolverines win against Ridgeview tonight.
It's DJ Doyle set to kick this one off. Quick shout out to our sponsors here with Fuller Digital Solutions, Evertex, Savings Bank of Hartley, Algersma Agency, Sanborn Savings Bank, TCA, and Northwest Iowa Community College. Thank you to our sponsors tonight for making our broadcast possible. There's Doyle to kick off. It should be the last play of the half. And he squibs it ahead. And the Jays will fall on it. And there still will be a second left. And the Jays, Tregan Kramer jumped on it at the 35-yard line, and the Jays will have one play here.
It does have one play, and we saw them score 84-yard touchdown tonight. And we will see. They have 2 timeouts. That doesn't really matter.
Coach Schindler has a decision to make for Galen Catholic if he wants to run a play and try to see if he can pull something out of his bag of tricks, or does he just want to run the clock down here with the 1 second left?
Maybe that's something the Jays pull out of the playbook here.
The Jays look like they may run something.
Pass interference. Now you're out the midfield and
speed out there to the right side, the far side.
See if Galen Catholic can use their speed and trips to the right and one to the left, and he wants to throw. He's going to air it out, and it's Bonderson, and it's incomplete. And a flag is coming in from the back official. Bonderson came back for it. Doyle didn't look for the ball, and I think they're going to get DJ Doyle for an interference call. So we may have one more play. His pass interference, that'll be a 15-yard penalty on HMS.
Time left on the clock. Jay's going to
get a job of selling it there. Absolutely.
And the 15-yard penalty will take the ball right to midfield, where the Jays will have one untimed down as the clock reads zeros.
So they have it right at the 50-yard line, and an untimed down here. So one final play here in the first half for the Jays to try to.
And the Jays look to the sideline to get their play. They'll run
just short of the 50-yard line.
One more. Galen Catholic looking to go for broke on this last play of the half. See if they have anything else in their bag of tricks. Under center now is Kraft. He's going to roll to his right, throws back to his left, and it's caught in the seam, and it's Zach Kraft on the catch, but he's tackled at the 20-yard line. But a 30-yard gain for the Jays to end the half, but that'll take us to the half. At the half, HMS leads 20-6. We'll be right back with the Prins Insurance halftime show. You're watching HMS football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Savings Bank of Hartley, proud to serve the Hartley area. Our team is committed to great customer service, dependability, going the extra mile. Convenient drive-through, online bill pay service, ATM service, loans, and so much more. Some of the many reasons to bank with the friendly team at Savings Bank of Hartley, with locations in Primgar and Lake Park. Visit us online at savingsbankia.com.
My name is Justin, and this is my story. I really wanted to learn the proper and safe way of welding, so the Advanced Welding Technologies degree from NCC really helped me learn new and improved ways to do welding. It's all because of my welding degree from NCC.
My name is Tyler, and this is my story. I've always been interested in computers. I went to NCC for computer programming, and while attending there, I had great instructors, a great environment, and a great atmosphere. Now I work at Interstates, all thanks to NCC.
This changes everything. TiVo is here.
Search and control your cable channels and streaming video with one remote. Use voice activation to find everything faster, or set a one-pass recording. Then watch on any TV in your home, or browse and view on Wi-Fi devices with the free View It app. Contact TCA to experience TiVo today.
Finding someone you trust. It's important when it comes to your farming operation. For generations, you know that you can work with Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park. From generation to generation, the state savings loan officers in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park continue to work with you. Find us online at savingsbankia.com.
And welcome back here to the Prins Insurance Halftime Show. HMS a 20-6 lead at the break. Just as a scoring recap, in this one, HMS got it started with the Keaton Graves 1-yard TD run, making it 6-0 with 3:59 to go in the first quarter. HMS was able to score again on a Cooper Ebel 1-yard run in the second quarter. 11:23 to go second quarter, and the two-point conversion good. HMS a 14-0 lead. Connor Kraft to Ryan Livermore for 86 yards. In the two-point convert, or the extra point, PAT no good. And it was 14-6 at the 1:35 mark of the second quarter. And Cooper Ebel scores from 5 yards out with 1 second left in the half to give HMS a 20-6 lead with the two-point conversion failing. Some statistics first for the home team. HMS led with 21 carries for Cooper Ebel for 168 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half alone. Connor Dodd 3 carries for no yards. Keaton Graves 10 carries for 51 yards. Ebel is unofficially 2 for 3 passing, with Brinkman 1 reception for 3 yards and Adams 1 reception for 11 yards. For the Jays, 7 carries for Derek Von Arb, 29 yards. Connor Kraft 1 yard rushing on 1 attempt. Dylan Lehman 17 yards on 4 carries. Kraft is 2 for 2 passing for 124 yards. 114 yards on the 2 completions between Livermore and Kraft to end the half. Those are your first half statistics. 10 minutes to go here in the halftime break. We are going to take a commercial break. We'll be back with more scores from around the area. You're watching high school football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
My name is Andy, and this is my story. I grew up in a trucking family, which led me to the diesel technology program at NCC. My one-on-one training and experience with my instructors allowed me to advance my career. This was all made possible with experiences at NCC.
My name is Matt, and this is my story. I graduated from the heavy equipment program at NCC. With the real-world experience, preventative maintenance, and surveying skills I gained there, it set me up to be an owner of my own excavation company. And it all started at NCC.
It's all about relationships. It's built on trust and getting to know our clients. We want to know about you.
We try to sell more than just a policy. In essence, we're selling ourselves, and in that regard, I feel we have a very good product.
You might say, well, everybody has people, but we have people. And we have people who love their jobs and are passionate about what they do.
The producer or the accounting department or the receptionist at the desk, they want to see that customer taken care of.
And welcome back to Peterson Field. This is the Prins Insurance Halftime Show. Tonight's corporate sponsor is Prins Insurance, with locations in Sanborn and Sheldon. Prins Insurance strives to provide a consistent and stable market with competitive insurance products to meet the needs of our customers. Call Prins Insurance today for a quote. Just a few other scores from around the area in different classes from our other Fuller Digital Solutions channels tonight. Also in Class A, Ridgeview a 6-0 halftime lead at South O'Brien. Also in Class A, Council Bluffs St. Albert's a 7-0 halftime lead against Woodbury Central. That one being played in Council Bluffs. In the 8-man ranks, Remsen St. Mary's a 57-6 lead in the second quarter at home against West Harrison. And number 1 ranked OABCIG a 43-0 lead over East Sac County at the half. OABCIG won that 2A title last year and ranked number 1 in Class 1A this year.
Center, a really good defensive battle. Wildcats, of course, lost their quarterback earlier this season. They still just have the 1 loss to Central Line. George.
The second round, some of these other teams playing tonight that had the first week off. Try to find some other scores for you as well from around the area. Central Line, George Little Rock, a 13-0 lead over Unity Christian in Class 2A. Central Line won their district as West knocked off Westline 20-16 in the last week of the regular season. The Lions a lead at the half tonight in that one.
Would it have been that game when they played the first time that their
Look at all the runners out in there.
Against Sioux Center?
Yeah.
Just looking through some of our other ones tonight.
Weeks before the end of the season. Speaking of the Lions of Central Line, George Little Rock.
We will try to find more as we are.
Getting a test from Unity Christian. This is a Unity Christian team that's.
Actually, we'll look and see. West Lyon is at Sioux Center tonight.
The program is really starting to become something. They're tough this year, and CLGLR leads at 13-0.
And that one is in the second quarter, still trying to get a score from that. Looks like West, in the third quarter, West Lyon leads 7-0 against Sioux Center at home. A couple real competitive games there in Class 2A in Northwest Iowa. Very tough district that was. So a few scores from around the area. The winner of tonight will advance to the third round next Friday night. The Iowa High School Athletic Association will repod the teams after tonight, so it's unknown who the winners will play. But if they're keeping in close proximity, you got to figure that South O'Brien Ridgeview game could pose the next opponent for the winner of this one between HMS and Galen Catholic. We're going to go ahead and head to a commercial break here. We're still at halftime, about 6 minutes left on the halftime clock. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions in Iowa High School football. This is the Prins Insurance Halftime Show.
What does EverTech mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and you know, best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get EverTech's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
Fuller Digital Solutions started a little over 6 years ago doing Facebook Live videos for a couple ball games. And little did we know we'd have the 2020 pandemic and so many reasons for doing live streams on our new YouTube channel. We have 12 schools we cover: Mississippi, South Dakota, and Iowa. And we're always growing. If you're interested in working with FDS as camera operator or play-by-play for the many sports we cover, or if you would like to use our services to live stream your event, email us at fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com and subscribe to Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube.
Prins is all about relationships. It's built on trust and getting to know our clients. We want to know about you.
We try to sell more than just a policy. In essence, we're selling ourselves, and in that regard, I feel we have a very good product.
You might say, well, everybody has people, but we have people. And we have people who love their jobs and are passionate about what they do.
The producer or the accounting department or the receptionist at the desk, they want to see that customer taken care of.
Welcome back here to the Prins Insurance Halftime Show. Once again, Prins Insurance is our corporate sponsor for tonight's contest. With locations in Sanborn and Sheldon, Prins Insurance strives to provide a consistent and stable market with competitive insurance products to meet the needs of our customers. Call Prins Insurance today for a quote. We've had a lot of action here in the first half. HMS a 20-6 lead over Galen Catholic. At the break, HMS yet to punt tonight. They've turned the ball over on downs once at the Galen Catholic 25, and they've also thrown an interception inside the 10-yard line to the Jays. HMS really offensively, the only thing stopping them is themselves. They've controlled the line of scrimmage just as they wanted to do and run the ball effectively, and have the Jays playing from behind and looking to get some defensive stops. Galen Catholic hit it big on an 84-yard touchdown pass there in the second quarter to Ryan Livermore. And you could call it a bit of a busted coverage, but I love the design of the play, rolling the quarterback out. Livermore, from that tight end's position, ran a wheel route down the far sideline and was able to make a beautiful one-handed catch and scampered 84 yards to pay dirt to get the Jays on the board. The extra point failed, and HMS able to respond with a Cooper Ebel 5-yard TD run right before the halftime break to give the Hawks a 20-6 lead in this one. As we said, the winner advances to the third round next Friday night. Still unknown who the opponent would be. If you're going based on proximity, the winner of that Ridgeview South O'Brien game could be next week's opponent in this one. One other team from the district that's still live is Lawton Bronson. They are hosting Oakland Riverside tonight in Lawton, and we do not have a score for that one. We'd love to, as we mentioned, in District 1. 4 of the 6 teams advanced as MMCRU and Akron Westfield, the only teams eliminated. Of course, MMCRU eliminated right here in Hartley last week. Pretty deep and pretty tough district overall was District number 1. In just a minute 20 on the halftime clock as the Jays enter the field. We'll do a warm-up here yet, and still waiting the appearance of the Hawks here out of the halftime huddle. We're going to head to a commercial break. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions presentation of Iowa High School football, and this is the Prins Insurance Halftime Show. We'll be right back right after this.
Good luck to the HMS athletes from the HMS Athletic Boosters. Our mission, to support all Hawk athletes in cross country, football, volleyball, swimming, bowling, basketball, wrestling, cheerleading, track, softball, baseball, and golf. If you're interested in joining the HMS Booster Club, contact one of our members. Good luck to the Hawks tonight from the HMS Booster Club. Go Hawks!
My name is Scott, and this is my story. I've always been into cars, so I enrolled in the automotive program at NCC. The instructors there are very supportive and knowledgeable. And now, I own my own repair shop, and it all started at NCC.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial program. I currently work at Transnova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible from my degree through NCC.
And welcome back here to the Prins Insurance Halftime Show. You're watching Class A High School football playoff action, second round tonight on Fuller Digital Solutions. I'm Tim Holmes alongside producer Kyle Pingree for tonight's action. The teams on the field warming up. The reason why that touchdown right before the half was so huge for HMS, because Galen Catholic will get the ball out of the half here. Looking to cut into this lead, they would have had an opportunity to tie it up if they could have gotten a stop to end the first half. The Jays will receive the ball and start the second half down by 14. just to run through some of the offensive starters here for the Jays here again. And on that offensive front, left tackle is a 6'1", 290-pound sophomore, Evan Stieg, number 62. At left guard, number 65, a 6'1", 270-pound senior, Tyrell Klein. Klein having a nice night on the defensive line as well. Center, number 72, a 6'2", 280-pound senior, Easton Macklem. And at right guard, number 20, that is not right, it's number 50, Mitchell Augustine. He's a junior, 6 foot, 190 pounds. Right tackle for the Jays, number 79, Dylan Bartle, a 6'1", 235-pound senior. In the two tight end set for the Jays, number 9, a junior, 6 foot, 195-pound, Brian Livermore with that 84-yard touchdown catch. In the other tight end position, number 33, a 6'1", 205-pound senior, Jeff Augustine. Wide receiver is number 2, a 6-foot sophomore, Dylan Lehman, and his classmate, 6-foot sophomore, number 12, Keaton Bonderson. A couple of great athletes there for the Jays. Quarterback, another sophomore, number 14, a 6-foot, 170-pound sophomore, Connor Kraft. Running back, senior, number 21, a 6-foot, 195-pound senior, Derek Van Arb. Jay's offense will look to get something going early here in the second half. Jays were actually tied at 0 at the half last week at Alta Aurelia and won that one 23-20, plating 23 runs in the second half. The last 8 of them, the game winner with 96 seconds left. So the Jays far from out of this one. Pretty explosive offense on their end. Defensively, for HMS, that 3-man front, Akale Jacobsma, the 6'5", 225-pound senior, Gabe Bronstead, a 6'1", 340-pound senior, and Lance Behrens, a 6'3", 217-pound sophomore, manning the middle for that HMS defense. Teams are on the field here as we are set to start the second half. It's DJ Doyle to kick from his own 40, and it's Lehman and Bonderson back deep, and they're going to squib it, and it's going to find its way all the way to Bonderson. He grabs it at about the 26. He makes a man miss, tries getting outside, and Connor Dodd with the containment and will make the tackle. Forward progress will give Bonderson the 28, and that's where the Jays will start their first possession of the second half. Bonderson able to get a couple of the kick returns outside. Try getting outside there. Connor Dodd, a good job for the Hawks of containing and making the tackle. First and 10 Jays at their own 28-yard line. And here's a carry, and it's going to be Von Arb. Breaks one tackle, and he's tackled. Looks like it's big Gabe Bronstead with the tackle at the 30-yard line. And Von Arb gets 2 on the first carry of the second half.
Second down and 8 for the Jays after the 2-yard run by Derek Von Arb, who had just 7 carries for 23 yards.
And a heavy set here for the Jays, and they're going to give it to Lehman. He's going to try to break it off to the right, and nothing was going to the left. And once again, containment from the Hawks defense. And DJ Doyle comes across to make the stop, and a 2-yard loss for Lehman back to about the original line of scrimmage. And it's 3rd and 10 back at the 28.
Another score. Harris Lake Park, the Wolves, leading 6th-ranked Coon Rapids there 29-18 at the halftime break.
Lehman so far for the Jays, 5 carries, 15 yards. They got to try to get Dylan going. And here's the throw, and he's being chased, and he's going to go down at the sack, and a 3rd down stop from the HMS defense. Chase was being had by Mason Brinkman on a corner blitz. And Keaton Graves also in there, and Bronstead in there for the assisted sack. And It's loss of about 3 yards back to the 26, and it'll be 4th and 12 for the Jays. They go 3 and out to start the second half. One of the few punts we've seen tonight, and the punt is blocked by Behrens. And HMS picked it up, and it's going to be Behrens. Lance Behrens gets in there to block the punt. And DJ Doyle picks it up before he is tackled right at the Galen Catholic 10-yard line. And not only did HMS get a huge stop to start the half, they blocked the punt. And now the Hawks in business to start the second half. They punch this and they can really take control of it. First and goal at the 10. Here's Ebel under center, and he's going to keep it and fouls Graves. And the Jays defense able to stand him up. It's Van Arb and Augustine also in there on the tackle. Ebel gets about 4, still up to the 6-yard line.
Goal from the 6.
Second goal from the 6-yard line. HMS looking
The
to
Jays are trying to hold him out of the end zone just before halftime.
Second and goal from the 6 for the Hawks, leading 20-6. If you missed the first couple minutes of the second half, HMS forced a 3 and out, and then Lance Behrens with a big punt block. And now HMS in business at the 6. They give it to Graves, and here's the Jays defense steps up and makes a play. First one there for the Jays was even Stieg. Stieg, just a sophomore, plugs the middle, and no gain on that run for Graves. Third and goal now at the 5-yard line. And here's Ebel on the keep. He breaks one tackle and he's into the end zone. Touchdown HMS. And the Hawks lead 26-6 with 8:30 to go in the third quarter.
And now 2 of his last 3 carries standing back in the second quarter, and now into the third. 5-yard touchdown.
Cooper Ebel is doing it all tonight for HMS. And another 5-yard TD run gives HMS a 20-point lead here just a couple minutes into the third quarter. Now the 2-point conversion attempt. And Graves loses the ball in the 2-point conversion, recovers it, but it's no good. HMS, though, adds 6 more in a 26-6 lead with 8:30 to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back with more third quarter action right after this. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions.
Sanborn Savings Bank, Sanborn's hometown bank since 1899. Because we are your hometown bank, we understand the importance of offering you a wide range of financial services to help you meet your financial goals. We have checking, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts that will help you manage your money. We offer all types of loans for your individual needs. We are always ready to work with you to design a program to meet your financial needs. Sanborn Savings Bank, proud to support the HMS Hawks, member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Peterson Field in Hartley. As the HMS Hawks now lead 26-6 over Galen Catholic with 8:30 to go in the third quarter. The Jays received the second half kickoff, but a 3-and-out stop and a punt block by Lance Behrens has allowed Cooper Ebel his third touchdown run of the night in a 20-point HMS lead. Here's a squib kick. Bonderson picks it up at the 25. He's trying to get outside, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So about a 7-yard return for Bonderson's all. And you can see that Coach Horkey has told DJ Doyle to squib kick that, as Bonderson's so dangerous. Don't want to give him too much of an opportunity. Only a 7-yard return out to the 32 is where the Jays will start this drive.
40, we're always happy to hear from you as well.
First and 10 for the Jays. And here's Kraft. He looks to throw. He's looking left. He's under pressure. And he's going to go down as HMS gets the sack. Kraft had man-to-man coverage out to the left with Bonderson just as he wanted, but couldn't get it off. And HMS collapsed the pocket on him for the sack. Loss of 6 back to the loss of 5 back to the 28. Bring up 2nd and 15 for Galen Catholic. Jay's looking for a bit of an offensive spark. Had a couple of decent drives, unable to finish, but had the one big touchdown pass. And here's Kraft. He fakes the handoff, breaks the tackle, tries to go to his left. Now he goes back to his right, and he'll be tackled. Across the 30, gets about 32, and a 4-yard gain for Kraft. And some miscommunication in the backfield. Kraft either himself or Van Arb went the wrong direction on the play action. Kraft on the broken play still gets 4, and it brings up 3rd and 11 at their own 32. Here's Kraft under center now, and a big 3rd down play for the Jays. He's going to roll to his right. He's got time. He throws it. He's got a man that's caught. And Livermore on the catch. Ryan Livermore extends the ball as he goes out of bounds, and 1st down for Galen Catholic. He needed 11, and he got 12. Ryan Livermore, the big reception for the Jays, and the 1st down, Galen Catholic out to the 43.
Did a nice job of rollout and had decent protection on the outside there.
The rollout looks like Kraft is a little more comfortable, as you can see a little better. And here's a throw up the middle to his brother. And that was intended for Zach Kraft, and in and out of the hands. He had it for a short gain, but looks like Connor Dodd made the hit and caused the drop. And it's an incomplete pass. Bring up 2nd and 10 at the 43.
Right where they want to be with their ground.
Incomplete 2nd and 10. I'm just kind of surprised we didn't see more of this stuff.
Galen Catholic looking to come out of this possession, really wanted to throw the ball. And they're going to do it again here, and looking for a middle screen, and there's the catch by Bonderson. He breaks one tackle, and then a big hit from Cooper Ebel. Adams spun him around, and Cooper Ebel cleaned Bonderson up. Keaton gets a gain of about 4 to the 48, but he paid the price for it. And that's first catch of the night I have for Bonderson, the leading receiver for the Jays. Keaton, a great athlete. Very good on the basketball court as well. Very athletic. See the Jays, they're going to roll it out. And here's a throw, and it's incomplete. It's intended for Lehman. Sails high and out of bounds. Incomplete pass, and HMS comes up with a 3rd down stop. And the Jays have a decision to make. It's 4th and about 6 at their own 48. It's 26-6, a 20-point deficit for the Jays. And Coach Schindler is going to go for it. With the Jays' defense, the inability to get off the field defensively, can't blame them for going forward here. A big 4th down conversion or play, and here's Kraft. He's hit as he throws, and the sack for DJ Doyle as Doyle blitzed off the left edge and sacks Kraft back at the 37-yard line, and HMS will take over 1st and 10 at the Gehlen 37. A big sack from DJ Doyle. What a play from the senior. defensively. And HMS will take over 1st and 10 when we return. It's 5:48 to go the third quarter. HMS a 26-6 lead. We'll be right back after this.
This is all about relationships. It's built on trust and getting to know our clients. We want to know about you.
We try to sell more than just a policy. In essence, we're selling ourselves, and in that regard, I feel we have a very good product.
You might say, well, everybody has people, but we have people. And we have people who love their jobs and are passionate about what they do.
The producer or the accounting department or the receptionist at the desk, they want to see that customer taken care of.
And HMS has it 1st and 10 at the Galen Catholic 37 as we return. 5:48 to go third quarter, and a 20-point lead for HMS. Can't fault the Jays for going for it there on 4th and 6, but DJ Doyle with the blitz off that left side, able to get to Kraft and take him down for the sack. And now the Hawks, which led 20-6 at halftime, blocked a punt and were able to convert a touchdown out of that. And now a 4th down stop, and HMS will take over at the Galen 37-2. Great field positions, situations for this HMS offense. They're able to punch this one in. Galen Catholic's really going to be in trouble.
The star of the game award tonight.
That HMS defense, a couple of big hits defensively there. Doyle on the sack, as well as Ebel. That hit on Bonderson. This defense for HMS starting to tee off as well. Galen looking more one-dimensional as they threw on almost every play there. If you're the Jays, you got to still have somewhat of a rushing game just to keep that pass defense honest. Now HMS on the offensive move, and they've controlled the line of scrimmage in the run game. It's been all Ebel on the ground so far. 1st and 10 at their own 30, at the Jays 37. Here's Ebel pushing forward. And he's going to get about 5.
Another nice run from Ebel, just a straight keeper, and it's been almost behind Nick Bronstadt and Cale Jacobs, about the center and the right guard.
And you wonder how Ebel continues to have that success just with the simple QB sneak, but when you got the big guys up front that he does, Bronstadt 6'4", 270 pounds, Jacobs was 6'5", 225, Jesse Garcia 291. Plenty of size for the Hawks up front. Here's the give, and it's Keaton Graves, and he's going to be pulled back 4 yards for Graves. And he's going to be short by a yard. He'll bring up 3rd and 1. Graves 12 carries on the night for 55 yards. The 3rd and 1 here at the Jays 29-yard line. Galen Catholic looking for a big defensive stop. They've gotten a couple of them. They're going to need more, though. And here's Ebel to pitch the outside. And it's skip off, and he's going to take the pitch and take it inside the 20 down to the 18 for a 10-yard gain. The tackle for the Jays made by Venegas, but skip off able to get an 11-yard gain on his first official carry of the night. And HMS in the red zone once again. They lead by 20. And can now start to control the clock with just 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter and a 20-point lead. Ebel under center, and he's going to give it to Graves. And Jay's on that one. That tackle made by Tyrell Klein for Galen Catholic. Klein had a nice first half defensively. First time we've called his name here in the second half. Graves able to pick up 3 as he gets to about the 15-yard line.
He's doing the grunt work kind of inside.
The Jays have done a better job defensively of plug in the middle. Most of those yards have not come from Graves, but from Ebo following him. Now here's Graves right up the middle. He's got plenty of room. He's going to get in the end zone for a touchdown. And HMS touchdown from 15 yards out. It's Keaton Graves. And just as I say, the Jays have done a better job of containing that middle. Graves had a huge hole to run through and wasn't touched until being 12 yards down the field, and by that time he's able to carry a tackler into the end zone with him. And the Hawks now lead 32-6 with 3:11 to go here in the third quarter. The second touchdown run of the night for Keaton Graves. In the two-point conversion for the Hawks, and they're going to push forward with Ebel, and he did not get in, just short on that two-point conversion. So HMS leads 32-6 with 3:11 to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back with more third quarter action right after this. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions.
My name is Gabby, and this is my story. I went to NCC for the Administrative Secretarial Program. I currently work at Transova Genetics as the HR generalist, and I enjoy what I do. This is all possible from my degree through NCC.
My name is Jairus, and this is my story. I went to NCC for instrumentation and control. Currently I work at Interstates Control Systems and love what I do every day. I'm the lead project estimator for industrial control systems. I got this job at Interstates because of my degree from NCC.
6 plays, 38 yards, and HMS reaches pay dirt on a 15-yard touchdown run by Keaton Graves, his second of the night. 3:11 to go here in the third quarter. Is HMS and DJ Doyle set to kick off yet again. 2 drives in the second half from HMS, one from the Jays' 10-yard line after block punt, and now one from the 38-yard line that they cash in on. And here's Lehman scooping up the kickoff, and he's got some room, and he's tripped up by Doyle at their own 49. So the Jays' good field position as they try to start their rally. But as I was saying, HMS 2 drives in the second half from the Jays' 10-yard line and the Jays' 38, and they cash in on both. And the 20-6 halftime lead is turned into a 32-6 lead late in the third quarter. Here's the Jays now trying to respond at their own 49. And here's Kraft. He misses Bonderson on a post. Play action on first down. They had man-to-man coverage, and that's exactly what they want, but just misses the target there. Noah Adams, the Hawks senior, on the coverage. He's been shadowing Bonderson all night. Kraft now 2 of 5. Excuse me, he is 4 of 7 on the night passing. Here's a run, and crosses midfield, and it's Lehman on the carry, lowers his shoulder to finish the run. And about a 3-yard gain for Lehman. The one thing you don't want to see the Jays get away from that running game, you still have to have some resemblance of it to keep that balance, to be able to move this ball. If you go one-dimensional, that HMS pass rush has been getting to Kraft too much. 3rd and 7, here's Kraft. He's going to throw a screen. And there's the big man, and the catch made him the Lehman on that screen catch and run, and it was the big man, Gabe Bronstead, standing right there to get him in just about a 2-yard gain, but Bronstead's going to get called for a personal foul on the tackle by slamming him to the ground. You've seen that in another game earlier this year. You can't do that at any level, and Bronstead's going to get called for it on this one. And it's going to result in a 15-yard penalty. So rather than a 4th and 5 coming up for the Jays, they're going to have 1st and 10 all the way down to the HMS 32-yard line. So the Jays now have an opportunity. 1st and 10 at the HMS 32. And if you're Galen Catholic, you have to take advantage of every opportunity given to you at this point in the game.
Really not that unsportsmanlike, if you ask us, by Gabe Bronstead, but 1st and 10 for the Jays.
And here's Kraft. He's going to step up. He's going to throw it deep. And it's caught by the receiver, but I believe he's out of bounds. He was. Doyle in coverage. The pass was completed to the Jays' Ethan Herbst. What a catch from Herbst, but can't get a foot in on that far sideline, and it's an incomplete pass. Good throw from Kraft as well. Doyle had the coverage for HMS.
Personal foul penalty that's moved him down to the 32-yard line.
It took to step up.
Looking at a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now for the Jays.
Tough throw there to just make that pinpoint throw to the sideline too deep, and it's just a tough.
And now here's Kraft to throw. He's got a man in his brother, Zach, and it's just overthrown in the seam. He had a step on Adams. That one just overthrown, and it's incomplete. One of the better pockets that Kraft has had to throw out of. And it would have been a tough throw, but I'm guessing he wishes he had that one back. Nice job of Zach of getting a step from that tight end position. Now it's 3rd and 10. And here's Connor. He's going to get pressure from the backside, and that's incomplete. Across the middle, intended for his brother, Zach Kraft again. Back-to-back, well, 3 incomplete passes in a row here from Kraft. Brings up 4th and 10. Like you said, you'd like to see the Jays continue to try to run the ball somewhat effectively, not get too one-dimensional. You seen on that last one, Mason Brinkman came off the edge and had an opportunity to get to Kraft, but he let up just to avoid any kind of late roughing the passer or late hit penalty on the quarterback, which is very smart by him. 4th and 10. Here comes a blitz off the backside, and it's Brinkman. He avoids him. Now he's going to throw, and it's incomplete to Bonderson. Coverage was there by Connor Dodd, and he would have had to make him miss to get to the first down sticks anyways, but the Jays turn it over on downs. Another defensive stand from the HMS defense. And now the Hawks have it 1st and 10 starting this drive at their own 32. Galen Catholic had that 15-yard penalty gifted to him, but can't take advantage of the opportunity offensively. And it's kind of been that way all night for him, it seems like. HMS is going to call a timeout as Coach Horkey will take one, get that offense situated. We'll take it with him here. HMS leads 32-6 with 1:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Class A District 1 football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Savings Bank of Hartley, proud to serve the Hartley area. Our team is committed to great customer service, dependability, going the extra mile. Convenient drive-through, online bill pay service, ATM service, loans, and so much more. Some of the many reasons to bank with a friendly team at Savings Bank of Hartley, with locations in Primgar and Lake Park. Visit us online at savingsbankia.com.
My name is Justin, and this is my story. I really wanted to learn the proper and safe way of welding, so the Advanced Welding Technologies degree from NCC really helped me learn new and improved ways to do welding. It's all because of my welding degree from NCC.
My name is Tyler, and this is my story. I've always been interested in computers. I went to NCC for computer programming, and while attending there, I had great instructors, a great environment, and a great atmosphere. Now I work at Interstates, all thanks to NCC.
And HMS just completed their first down play, and Cooper Ebel kept it on an option keeper around the right side. He gets about 5 yards up to the 38.
As strong as he's running, he takes and runs and ball ahead.
Bring up 2nd and 5 for HMS. His first time starting a drive, a second half drive in their own territory.
Unofficially now for Evil as he closes in on 200, and I believe that's close to a new career high already for him.
Just a minute 10 to go here in the third quarter. Ebel's going to keep it, and he pitches it out, and ball's loose, and HMS able to recover it. Pitch man was skip off. Not a good pitch from Ebel, and Dawson able to jump on it and save the possession. So it brings up now 3rd and 9 on the 4-yard loss. And now the Galen defense looking at trying to get a 3-and-out, get this ball back as the third quarter clock runs down. Big third down play for the Galen defense. And here's Ebel keeping the option keeper. He breaks a tackle, and now the gang tackle for the Jays will tackle him after a 1-yard gain. And Evans looks like tackle for the Jays is made by Evan Stieg. And that's the end of the third. 32-6. HMS leads after 3 quarters. And we'll have a 4th down coming up for HMS. Right after this, we'll be back with 4th quarter action. You're watching Iowa High School football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Finding someone you trust. It's important when it comes to your farming operation. For generations, you know that you can work with Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park. From generation to generation, the state savings loan officers in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park continue to work with you. Find us online at savingsbankia.com.
And welcome back to Peterson Field here in Hartley. HMS, it's been all Hawks tonight at the 32-6 lead over Galen Catholic as we get set to start the 4th quarter of play. This has been a complete 180 of the first meeting between these two earlier this season, where the Jays led 7-6 after 3 quarters. This HMS offense has gotten it going tonight, and specifically running between the tackles, and you might even say running between the guards, as they've stayed between the center and guards as much as possible in that triple option attack. And they've gotten such a good push behind those big offensive linemen. HMS has controlled the ground game, scored some points, and controlled the clock all at the same time. DJ Doyle comes onto the field at the punt unit for the first time tonight for HMS, and Keaton Bonderson will be deep. His heels on the 32-yard line. And the Jays come after this punt. He gets it off. And Bonderson is going to take it off the bounce at the 34. And now nowhere to go. And Bonderson's just going to go out of bounds at about the 37. And another good special teams play from HMS here in the second half. Containment all over for the Hawks, and it was Mason Brinkman able to push him out of bounds at the 38. Just a 4-yard return for Bonderson. Good stop defensively for Galen Catholic. Have the ball, but they're going to have to score in a hurry, and they're going to have to score a lot. His time's running out on their season. This is Van Arb in the backfield, Kraft under center. He looks, he goes to the seam, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it for Zach Kraft, and Brinkman almost was playing center field, almost cut that off. Doyle was in position to knock it away anyways. Good coverage from HMS. Nowhere to go with that. The last 3 pass attempts from Connor Kraft have been intended for Zach Kraft, and HMS all over that one.
To make up for that there.
Now it's 2nd and 10 at their own 38. Here's Connor. He's going to look, and he looks up for Bonderson. Incomplete. Noah Adams right on him. Good coverage from HMS yet again. Bonderson could not get any separation. And the size of that HMS defensive line just collapsed in that pocket counter. Kraft, not a lot of room to see around those guys. The visibility, not much there. Bonderson actually almost quit on the play, it looked like, as he overthrew him. He didn't even see it coming at first. They see if they can roll Connor out, get him on the move, and that's exactly what they do as he rolls to his left. And now he's under pressure, and he's going to go down. DJ Doyle is the first one to get there for the sack. Barron's in there, as well as Gabe Bronstead. All three of them back there. A 6-yard loss for Kraft, back to the 33-yard line. 4th and 15 coming up for Galen Catholic.
Second attempt.
Catholic, it looks like it's going to go for it. I mean, I guess it's your final game of the season.
And the Jays keep the offense on the field here. 4th and 15, 4th and 16. The play clock's down to 3. And Kraft is going to snap it. And he's going to be pressure from the backside. He better get rid of it. And he can't. He's brought down from behind for the sack by Mason Brinkman. And HMS in the defense comes up big yet again with another sack back to the 28-yard line. And HMS will take over 1st and 10 at the Galen Catholic 28. Kraft has been getting pressure from that backside the majority of the night. When they've rolled him out, they have not gotten any extra protection back there for him. An adjustment that just has not been made by Galen Catholic. Seems like Kraft has to roll out to be able to see his receivers better, but just no blocking on that backside. And here's Graves on the give up the middle. And Graves is going to take it down to the 20-yard line. Get about 8 yards on 1st down. 19-yard line. They give him 9 on 1st down. Graves 15 carries on the night, 82 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns. And with HMS leading by 26, they can control the ground game and control the clock. That's exactly what they want to do. Here's Dodd in motion. Now they're going to give it to Graves. He makes a man miss. Now he's going to drag a man inside the 5. And they're still pushing the pile. And all the way down to about the 3-yard line. Graves, a 16-yard gain down to the 4-yard line. Holy cow. The effort from HMS trying to push him in is impressive. Right now, HMS is just finishing everything they can. And we do have a J down on the field here at about the 3-yard line for an injury timeout. We're going to take it with them here. 9:40 to go in this one. HMS a 32-6 lead. We'll be right back right after this. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions.
Finding someone you trust. It's important when it comes to your farming operation. For generations, you know that you can work with Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park. From generation to generation, the State Savings Loan Officers in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park continue to work with you. Find us online at savingsbankia.com.
This changes everything. TiVo is here. Search and control your cable channels and streaming video with one remote. Use voice activation to find everything faster. Or set a one-pass recording. Then watch on any TV in your home. Or browse and view on Wi-Fi devices with the free View It app. Contact TCA to experience TiVo today.
And welcome back here to Peterson Field. Mitchell Augustine was the injured Galen Catholic player on the field. He is able to get up and walk off under his own power. Maybe a Charlie horse in that left thigh area as they're rubbing it. But Augustine seems to be okay. And play will continue here with HMS having first and goal at the 4-yard line. And here's Ebel. He's going to give it to Keaton Graves, and Graves into the end zone untouched from 4 yards out. And HMS now a 38-6 lead after a 4-yard touchdown run. And Graves, that puts him over the century mark. Now 102 yards and 3 touchdowns on the night. And here's the 2-point conversion. Graves gets the call. There's a good play defensively by the Jays. Pulling back, and it looks like that tackle made by Evan Stieg to stop that 2-point conversion. But a 38-6 lead from HMS with 9:29 to go. It's all Hawks as they are looking ahead to next Friday night in third-round action if they can finish this one off.
Cleaning up the turnovers is something.
We're going to head to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more fourth quarter action right after this.
My name is Andy, and this is my story. I grew up in a trucking family, which led me to the diesel technology program at NCC. My one-on-one training and experience with my instructors allowed me to advance my career. This was all made possible with experiences at NCC.
My name is Matt, and this is my story. I graduated from the heavy equipment program at NCC. With a real-world experience, preventative maintenance, and surveying skills I gained there, it set me up to be an owner of my own excavation company. And it all started at NCC.
Keaton Graves' 4-yard touchdown run, his third of the night, has given HMS a 38-6 lead with 9:29 to go in the ball game. The Hawks in control of this one. Is DJ Doyle on to kick off. A special thank you to tonight's corporate sponsor, Prins Insurance, with locations in Sanborn and Sheldon. Prins Insurance strives to provide a consistent and stable market with competitive insurance products to meet the needs of our clients. Call Prins Insurance today for a quote. Doyle's kick is short, and it's Lehman takes it, and right up the middle, he's tackled at about the 46. Dylan Lehman, another nice return, and then the up man position. The Jays will have it first and 10 at their own 46-yard line. The one thing about this HMS team, 6-2 on the year, but they are just 9 points away from being undefeated. A tough 1-point loss to Sibley Ocheyedan, and then an 8-point loss to South O'Brien after leading 12-0 at halftime in that one. HMS has been tough all year. They're going to be a tough out in the playoffs as they're showing tonight. Here's Kraft, looks right, throws left, and it's incomplete for Bonderson. Coverage by Connor Dodd. We do have laundry on the field, though. There's some hand fighting going on about 20 yards downfield, and I think they're going to get Connor Dodd on a pass interference call. That's exactly what it is. So it's going to be a free 15 yards for the Jays as they cross midfield. It was some hand fighting going on. There's enough contact there to call it, I think, though, and at least with Dodd's case, you're only giving up 15 yards and live to play another day. Here's now first and 10 at the Hawks 40. Graves all day to throw. Now he's looking right. He's going to tuck it and run right, and he's going to be wrapped up and tackled by DJ Doyle after he gets about 1 yard is all. And Connor Kraft, good job of being patient in the pocket, and a good job by the Jays offensive line. Plenty of time to throw, just better coverage from HMS. It's 2nd and 9 out of the pistol now are the Jays. It's Kraft, he's looking left, now he rolls to his right. And he's going to tuck it, and he's going to cross the 40, and he's taken out at about the 36. 3-yard gain for Kraft, and HMS, great job in the secondary for coverage, just nowhere to go with it. And now a 3rd and 6 for the Jays. Kraft's going to stay there, and he's going to be hit as he throws, and incomplete, intended for Bonderson. Bonderson was in double coverage, but a perfect throw from Kraft, put it where he needed to. It just got on Bonderson before he realized it was there, and falls incomplete.
Bonderson, got behind 2 defenders there, but as it was, the pressure by Keaton Graves and the hit through the pass askew incomplete. 4th down and 6.
Brings up 4th down.
I think he did.
Jays have to go for it. 4th and 6 at the 36. Here's Kraft. He's looking. Now he's going to roll to his left. He's given chase by Behrens, and he's going to get to him. Behrens able to track him down at the 35. And another 4th down stop for the HMS defense, and the Hawks will take over with a turnover on downs. And you can't say enough about the HMS defense. The pass coverage was good the last couple plays, but that front 3 with a blitz on one side or the other has just been getting to Kraft way too much. The backside has been able to track him down and make a play, and that's exactly what happened there with Behrens. 8:16 to go in this one. HMS has some confusion with the offensive personnel, so Coach Horkey with the timeout. 8:16 to go. HMS a 38-6 lead. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Iowa High School football on Fuller Digital Solutions.
This is all about relationships. It's built on trust and getting to know our clients. We want to know about you.
We try to sell more than just a policy. In essence, we're selling ourselves, and in that regard, I feel we have a very good product.
You might say, well, everybody has people, but we have people. And we have people who love their jobs and are passionate about what they do.
The producer or the accounting department or the receptionist at the desk, they want to see that customer taken care of.
Once again, a quick thank you to Prins Insurance for being tonight's corporate sponsor, as well as Evertech Savings Bank of Hartley, Elgersma Agency, Sanborn Savings Bank, TCA, and Northwest Iowa Community College. HMS now with it 1st and 10, and we're going to have a stoppage of play. We're going to have a false start penalty on HMS, which will back it up 5 yards. And HMS had a few penalties against MMCRU last week. They cleaned it up for the most part, but still have had a few of them. But as we said, HMS, really the only thing that slowed down that offense has been their own miscues for the most part, and there haven't been too many of them. And here's now 1st and 15, give to Graves, and he gets maybe a yard for Graves is all on that one. No gain for Graves on that one. Just looking, Graves 102 yards rushing on the night. The Hawks led by Cooper Ebel's 188 yards so far. And now Ebel wants to throw, and he's got a man open, and it's just through the hands of Noah Adams. They slipped him down the sidelines and aired it out, which we haven't seen for quite a while. And he had a step out there. Good attempt from Adams. It is perfectly placed ball. Couldn't quite get it over that outside shoulder, and it drops incomplete. But the Hawks take a shot there to really put it away. Bring up 2nd and 3rd and 15. And here's a give to Graves, and he's going to get a couple of yards, and then a slew of Jays with the tackle led by Dylan Lehman. Graves is going to get about 3. Bring up 4th and 12 for the Jays, for the Hawks, excuse me.
Punted away after 32 yards of picking off a couple minutes off the clock, but not as much as they would have liked there.
Coming into tonight, he punted 18 times.
To come after it again like they did last time.
And Doyle set to punt.
Does have speed and is shifty, and see if they
Chance to run with it last time, but it didn't get very far.
Doyle back to punt at about
And Jay's coming at it hard off the right side. And a good kick from Doyle. Bonderson takes it off the bounce at his own 25, and he's got room to the left. The speedster is going to be contained and brought down at about the 40-yard line. So Galen Catholic, still a 15-yard return for Bonderson to the left side. Just 6:41 left to go. Just looking, first time these two teams met, rushing yards, HMS controlled that stat with a 275-yard to 14 for the Jays. 275 yards rush in the first go of it. First go-around between these two. 346 yards rushing as a team tonight for HMS. Here's Kraft looks, and he's going to go down as sacked as Graves in the backfield. And Skip-Off also back there. And you could call that a coverage sack. That secondary for HMS has been fantastic here in the last quarter and a half. Nowhere for Kraft to throw it. And a big loss of about 10 yards. 2nd and 20 now for Kraft. He's pressured from the backside, and it's incomplete. He threw that thing to Livermore, and he wasn't paying attention.
Right as the pass is getting away.
Livermore was looking at a different receiver as it fell incomplete. Ebel was trying to gain ground on the coverage there. But now another incomplete pass for Kraft. And now he's going to roll to his right, and we got a penalty. Here is Livermore on the catch. It's going to be about a, mark it as about a 7-yard gain for Livermore. And there's a flag down behind the play. It's going to be a holding, but if you're HMS, you just as well decline this and make it 4th and 11. The Jays are going to go for it. You just give them the one chance. They are going to take it just to give them. The Hawks are going to accept the penalty as Galen Catholic's going to go for it regardless on 4th down. You just as well make them go a little further. It's going to bring up 3rd and 32 now. Just 5:50 to go in this one. HMS a 38-6 lead. And Kraft, he's going to have to avoid one blitzer, and he's not going to get away from Behrens. Skip-Off was there first, and Behrens cleaned it up for the sack, and HMS, that defense really teeing off, and the Jays all the way back now at about their own 15-yard line. And at this point, that offense is still on the field for the Jays. And it's going to be 4th and a mile, 36 yards to be exact. There's Kraft. He's going to throw it across the middle to Livermore, and it's incomplete. And HMS will take over and the Galen Catholic 15-yard line with 5:08 to go. It's a streak of 7 incomplete passes in a row thrown from Kraft. Just nothing there. Sprinkling a few sacks from that HMS defense, and the Galen offense has been stuck in neutral here this second half.
Points the Jays gave up this year.
And a touchdown here by the Hawks. Don't need it, but it would make it running a clock. This game
scored really 32.
HMS a 38-6 lead with 5:08 to go. And here's a pitch out to Dodd, and he's going to be met at the sideline. And a good collision out there. Nowhere to go. A good tackle out there by Tragan Kramer. And a loss for Dodd of about 2-yard loss. There's one negative tonight for HMS. Connor Dodd, 4 carries for negative 2 yards, and Galen has been so good at containing, and one of those was also an 8-yard loss and a fumbled pitch as well. But Connor Dodd was effective, the most effective offensive player in the first meeting. The Jays really focused on shutting him down, but Ebel and Graves have made up for it dramatically. And here's Graves up the middle. He's going to get 3. Back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd and 10. And the Hawks just wanting to keep this clock rolling as we're down to 4 minutes. Touchdown here would also give continuous clock to finish it out.
Graves 106 yards rushing officially on 21 carries, 3 touchdowns rather in this game. Cooper Ebel.
And here's Ebel. He's going to give it to Graves again. He's going to get about 2.
But as you said, Kevin, just keep that clock running.
And it's Graves' 21st carry of the night, 110 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Never trailed
HMS, 3:20 to go, and using a bit of the play clock they can. It's DJ Doyle getting the play.
And the Hawks just being very methodical as they let the clock tick down. 3:10 to go, and it's 4th and 8 from the 13-yard line. 7 on the play clock at 3-minute mark. And they are going to, Ebel's just going to turn it up after the faked handoff. He'll be tackled at about the 8-yard line. About a 5-yard gain for Ebel. And it's a turnover on downs for HMS. So the Jays will take over, but it's going to be inside their own 10 with 2:51 to go.
To go in this game, HMS is going to finish this.
This has been all HMS from the start. They controlled the ground game in the first half, and they've really controlled the game defensively in the second half with a couple big special teams plays as well. Now Kraft will roll out to his right, comes out of his own end zone now, and he throws it. Catch made. That's made by Livermore. Good hands from Livermore there. Had some stick-em on that one. That was a bullet. And a 5-yard gain for Livermore on that catch. It's his 4th of the night. Ball up to the 15. And now Kraft going to roll to his left and just gets rid of it. And there's another catch from Livermore. And that's going to be a 13-yard gain for Livermore. Livermore 5 catches, and Kraft has back-to-back completions. Both teams here have some fantastic sophomores. And Kraft, one of them. Here's the throw to, this is going to go to his brother Zach Kraft, and that's going to be another 8-yard gain.
Called off the dogs on defense, sort of playing the prevent defense now. That's allowed Kraft a little more time to throw. He's certainly taken advantage of that. More there.
3 straight completions now for Connor. The clock down to $1:35. He's going to roll out to his left, and he's going to drop it off to Livermore. And Livermore is going to gain another 5 yards and move the sticks to the 42. And Kraft 4 for 4 on this drive. The clock continues to run. The Jays a single back and 4 wide receivers split out. And Kraft continues to roll out, and that is going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Dylan Lehman. Good coverage there by Noah Adams, breaking it up. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 at the 42. 42-yard line with a minute 05 to go. HMS is going to advance to the third round next Friday night. We will find out tomorrow who they play as the Iowa High School Athletic Association reassigns everybody after this round. Kraft, incomplete pass intended for Zach Kraft. Closest person on the field to it was DJ Doyle.
Two more plays for the Jays with a minute 1 left.
And now 3rd and 10.
Out here, the Hawks can the old victory formation and kneel this one out to get into the third round of the playoffs.
And now a 3rd and 10 situation at the 42. Galen Catholic. Here's a rollout for Kraft, and he's going to complete the pass. And it looks like the catch made by Livermore, DJ Doyle on the tackle. And it's going to be a no gain on the play. And he's tackled in bounds, so the clock continues to roll. And it'll bring up 4th and 10.
Some finals we do have, though. Morgan Bluff Luton beats Denison Schleswig 44-14. Spirit Lake 40-0. And elsewhere, Newell Fonda does get the win over Kingsley 20-0.
In 4th and 11 now, just 24 seconds to go. Kraft throws and catch is made. And it's Herb's first catch of the night. But short of the first down, he needed 10, and he only got 8. And that's going to wrap things up as HMS is going to come in and kneel it down with just 20 seconds to go. HMS 38, Galen 6. So we said third round next Friday night. HMS will find out their opponent next week. There is another contest going on in Polina. The knee is taken by Cooper Ebel, and that's going to do it as both teams head to their respective sidelines, and that's going to do it for tonight. Final score here in Hartley in tonight's second round action. HMS, a 38-6 win over Galen Catholic, the Jays. We're going to head to a commercial break, and we'll be back with all of our final statistics and wrap up with the Prins Insurance postgame show. We'll be right back right after this.
What does EverTech mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and you know, best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get EverTech's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
Fuller Digital Solutions started a little over 6 years ago doing Facebook Live videos for a couple ball games. And little did we know we'd have the 2020 pandemic and so many reasons for doing live streams on our new YouTube channel. We have 12 schools we cover: Mississippi, South Dakota, and Iowa. And we're always growing. If you're interested in working with FDS as camera operator or play-by-play for the many sports we cover, or if you would like to use our services to live stream your event, email us at fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com and subscribe to Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube.
Yeah, just let him run for a bit. I'll let you know.
Prins is all about relationships. It's built on trust and getting to know our clients. We want to know about you.
We try to sell more than just a policy. In essence, we're selling ourselves, and in that regard, I feel we have a very good product.
You might say, well, everybody has people, but we have people. And we have people who love their jobs and are passionate about what they do.
The producer or the accounting department or the receptionist at the desk, they want to see that customer taken care of.
Welcome back to the Prins Insurance postgame show. A final score in Hartley tonight. The HMS Hawks, a 38-6 win over Galen Catholic. Quick recap of the scoring. Keaton Graves got things started with a 1-yard TD run with 3:59 to go in the first quarter. Made it 6-0. Cooper Ebel, move ahead to the second quarter. Cooper Ebel dove in from 1 yard out. 2-point conversion's good, and with 11:23 to go, a 11:23 to go second quarter, 14-0 HMS lead. Connor Kraft hit Ryan Livermore for an 84-yard touchdown pass with 1:35 to go in the half, and it made it 14-6, still in favor of HMS. Cooper Ebel plunged in from 5 yards out in the last play of the first half to make it 20-6. Ebel then from 5 yards out to start the second half, 8:30 to go in the third quarter, and HMS led 26-6. Keaton Graves added another score in the third quarter from 15 yards out, made it 32-6. And move ahead to the fourth quarter, where Keaton Graves scored from 4 yards out to give us our 38-6 score with 9:29 to go. Some big statistics tonight for the Hawks. The leading rusher is the quarterback, Cooper Ebel. Ebel had 26 carries for 193 yards and 3 touchdowns. Keaton Graves, 21 carries, 110 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Connor Dodd had 4 carries for -2 yards. Skip off, 3 carries for 7 yards. Reception-wise, Brinkman had a catch for 3 yards, and Adams a catch for 11. The Jays, HMS improves to 7-2 on the season and officially in the playoffs, where they will play next Friday night. Galen Catholic season ends at 3-5. 3-5 for the Jays. Final statistics: Derek Van Arb, 8 rushes, 31 yards. Connor Kraft, 4 carries for 9 yards. Dylan Lehman, 6 carries for 18 yards. And that was unofficially, that was it. Reception-wise for this explosive Galen receiving core, Keaton Bonderson only 1 catch for 4 yards. Zach Kraft, 2 catches for 38 yards. Dylan Lehman, a catch for 2 yards. Ryan Livermore had the touchdown and 6 catches for 127 yards on the night. And Herbst, 1 catch for 8 yards at the end. As far as some score updates from Class A, South O'Brien trailed Ridgeview 6-0 at halftime. The Wolverines score and get the 2-point conversion to win 8-6 in Class A. As we said, they'll reschedule for next week, but 2 Class A teams in close proximity. A rematch between HMS and South O'Brien could be looming. Also in Class A, in the fourth quarter, Council Bluffs St. Albert's leads Woodbury Central 28-0. That's going to wrap up tonight's broadcast from Hartley. Thanks for watching on Fuller Digital Solutions, and have a nice evening.